Merry Christmas, everybody. This is one of my most favorite seasons ever because of all the cozy, beautiful decorations that we get to put up for Christmas time. We have our Christmas trees, the garland, the lights, the stockings. They are all so many and beautiful things about Christmas time that I love. And I know you're all busy at home, I'm sure, putting up your decorations. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own decorations for home for Christmas, because to me, those are my most favorite kinds of decorations, are the ones that you can make yourself. So we're going to make a few wreaths and we're going to make a paper chain. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how we're going to make a wreath from tearing paper. Okay, so what you're going to need is a paper plate, and your paper plate you're going to have to cut out the middle like I already did. So it looks like this. You might need an adult's help for this. All right, so then you have just the outside of the paper plate. And then you're going to need green paper, and you're going to need a glue stick. Okay, so as you can see, I tore my green pieces of paper into strips because I think it's easier to tear that way. All right, so you're going to make sure you tear your green pieces of paper into tiny pieces. You make them any sizes you want. Okay, so remember, boys and girls, the important trick about tearing paper, have to use those muscles in your fingers, is you take it in between both fingers, pinch, and you pull and you tear, just like that. And look, you have your piece of paper. So you can keep it this size or you can make it smaller. So remember, pinch, tear, pinch, tear, pinch and tear, pinch and tear. And while you're tearing, you can even do a Christmas song. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Okay, so that's how you tear the paper. You want to make sure you have a good bit. I already did some ahead of time, as you can see, just so I had it ready for us. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue. And remember, don't twist it up the whole entire way, just a tiny bit. And then you're going to want to put glue all over your paper plate, just like I'm doing. Put it all over your paper plate so it's so much easier and so much quicker to put on the paper onto the plate if you have all the glue on there already, just like I'm doing. Okay, and make sure you put the paper on before it dries up too. And then you're gonna just want to put your glue, your green pieces of paper all over the paper plate, just like I'm doing. And to make sure there's no white showing. I'm gonna make sure. All right, so get busy and start gluing on your green pieces of paper. Okay, now once your paper plate is all covered with your green part of your wreath, now it's time to add a little bit of touches to it. Okay, so on a wreath, when you see them hanging on the door, you see a bow. So you can make your own out of paper like I did. I actually went on the computer and I found a picture of a bow. I printed it out and I traced it onto a bread piece of paper. So you can glue it on like that. Or you can go to the store, or if you have some bows lying around your house from your decorations or wrapping, you can use one of those. I just bought these at the dollar store. But right now, I'm going to just use my paper one and glue it on here. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna take my glue and I'm gonna put it right on the back of my red bow. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue it I'm gonna glue it on the bottom of my wreath right here. And there, oops. Make sure there's good enough amount of glue on your wreath so that you don't have any pieces coming off. Oops, sticking to my finger. Make sure you wash your hands when you're done. And there is my paper wreath. Look at that. What an amazing decoration you can make all by yourself. And you can hang this on the tree. You can hang it from the doorknob. You can hang it on the door. You can hang it on the refrigerator, wherever you want to show your work. Okay, now for the next decoration we're going to make. We're making another wreath, and this wreath is going to use everybody who lives in your house, their help, okay? So make sure you round up everybody who lives in your house, your mom, your dad, brother, sister, dogs, cats, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, whoever. And you want to make sure that you get their hands and you trace their hand onto green paper. So as you can see, I traced my hand and I cut it out, and I cut my fiance's handprint out, and I even drew my dog's paw print because this is everybody that lives in my house, okay? So you're gonna make sure you get everybody's handprints, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make a handprint wreath of everybody that lives in your house, okay? Because Christmas time is a wonderful time when we all get together with everybody that we love, and this represents really awesome and great that love we have for each other, okay? So since I only have 3 people that live in my house, I got more than one handprint from everybody. Okay, so I cut out more than that so I could cover the whole thing. Okay, so here you go. Here is your paper plate wreath. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to color my paper plate first, just in case we have any spaces that are seen. Okay, so take a green marker, green crayon, green colored pencil, whatever you want to use to draw with and color, and that's what you're going to color. So let's color. Paper plates, and now it's time to glue. So make sure you have everybody's handprints. You drew them on your green piece of paper. That's your job. Your job is to draw, and if you need help cutting, you can get an adult's help for this. And then make sure you cut out everybody's handprints. And just like the other wreath, we're gonna start gluing. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how the hands can look. Okay, so I'm gonna put glue on my paper plate, and then I'm gonna take a hand and I'm going to glue it like this. So it's facing, the fingers are facing up. And you're gonna wanna just put all of the handprints all over until it's all covered. So that's why I said, if you only have a few people that live in your house, maybe make more than just 2 handprints. Make more than that. All right, now your finished wreath should look like this. There should be handprints and fingers all over. Look how awesome that looks. And it's so cool to look at because it's everybody that you love. It's your hands all together. You can look at it and you can say, oh, that's my handprint, that's mom's, that's dad's. So I think it looks great. Remember, make sure there's lots of glue on there. Okay, now we need our bow, just like we had our bow on our other one. Remember this one? So again, you can make your own bow out of paper, or you can use any kind of decoration bow, wrapping bow that you might have around, or I just got these at the dollar store. There was 2 in a pack for $1. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this bow this time. So if you're gonna use this bow, it's not gonna hold with glue because it's pretty heavy. So I have a hole punch, and I'm going to punch holes into my hands, into my wreath. So I'm gonna make a hole at the bottom here, and get it up there. Make sure it's glued down. Okay, so see, I have 2 holes at the bottom. And on the back of your bows, there might be string, like there's string here. So I'm going to put them through the holes like this. Okay, see, they're through the holes, the strings, and then when your strings are on the back, just twist them together. And you can even tape them together too to make sure it stays good. And friends, oops, my handprints are all falling off. Make sure they're glued on there good. Okay. And there is our wreath. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. I can't wait to hang this up. All right, that's beautiful work. Okay, now one more decoration. We've been busy today, my goodness. All right, our last decoration is we're going to make paper chains. Now you can use these paper chains to hang up, or you can even put it around the Christmas tree, however you want to. So you're going to need for this, you're going to need scissors, and you're going to need red paper and green paper. Now with the red and green paper, we have to cut strips of paper from there. So what I did is I cut lines to know where I need to cut to make a straight line. So maybe your mom or your dad or an adult at home, they can draw the lines on there for you so you know where to cut. Okay, so remember, put your finger, your thumb into the small hole, and then put your pointer finger into the bigger one. Remember, you want to open, shut on the paper, of course. See? Open, shut, open, open, shut, open, shut, open, shut, open, shut, open, shut, just like that. Okay, make sure all you have, and here's your strip. So make sure you have your red and green strips of paper. All right, let's go. Let's get cutting. Okay. Now you have your green strips of paper and you have your red strips of paper. So I'm going to make a pattern with my red and green paper. Now remember, a pattern is the same thing that keeps on going. It keeps on continuing right from the beginning. So what could my pattern be with red and green paper? Right, you could do red, green, red, green. That's a pattern because it starts at the beginning and it keeps on going the same. Or you could even do red, red, green, green. That's another pattern. Or another pattern could be red, green, green, red, green, green, red. So there's so many patterns you can do with just two colors. So I'm going to do a red and green pattern. Red, green, red, green. Okay, this is how you make your chain. Okay, ready? We're going to make a circle with this strip of paper. So you're going to take your strip, you're going to bring it together, and look, you have a circle, you have a letter O. So you're going to take your glue, and on one end of your paper, you're going to put a little bit of glue. So see, I just put a little bit of glue at the top there. And then you're going to take it to the other side and glue it on there just like that. So see how I put that piece on top of that piece with the glue? Perfect. Now you're going to take your next strip of paper, so I have my green, and I'm going to loop it through that circle, okay? And I'm going to bring it together like I did the other one to make another O. See, just like that. So you go again with your glue. Glue on the one end and bring it over to the other end and glue it. So look, you started your chain, and you're gonna wanna keep on going until you have your whole chain. So remember, loop through, bring it together to make a circle, put your glue on one end of the paper, and bring it to the other end to glue on the top, just like that. Okay, are you ready to keep going to make the rest of our paper chain? Let's go. Okay, so here we go. We have our paper chain. Look how cool that is. Red, green, red, green, red, green. So you can do whatever you want with this. You can hang it from the door. You can make it longer and wrap it around your tree. Or what I think is a really fun idea is you can make 25 of them and you can make it a Christmas countdown. So every day when you wake up, you go over, you rip a part of your chain off, and then you count how many more are left, and that's how many more days are left until Christmas. So look at that. So we made 3 fantastic, amazing decorations today. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did great. You worked so hard. If you make any of these and want to send us a picture, I would love to see them. So Merry Christmas and happy decorating.